What is the most time-consuming part of podcasting for you? This is a question that I posted on social media, and I wasn't sure what I'd hear back, but I heard back from just over 200 people. And there was a few top things, but one of them that really stood out to me is what I want to talk about today. So when I asked the question, what's taking your time in podcasting? Like, what are you losing hours to? I heard this same trend: researching guests, researching topics, planning the episode, getting it all kind of built out the right way before ever hitting the recording studio, whether it be virtual or in person. And I want to talk about this because this is actually something that is really important to me to dive into. If I don't know you yet, my name is Alex Sanfilippo, and I'm excited to share about this today because I think this is actually part of podcasting that we as humans need to keep. And I say that for a specific reason. I realize that AI can do a lot of this for us these days. And it really can. You can let AI do all this for you at this point. You can go, and I've seen companies and tools, and even if you're just good at prompting AI yourself, you can do all this without even having to spend any extra money because, again, there's tools and services that do it. But hey, if you're good, you can just do it by yourself. But I'm going to get into why maybe that's not the case. But here's what it can do. It can automatically pick a topic for you. It can automatically find you some ideal guest somewhere on social media, wherever it looks, right? Scan everything, right? It'll come up with the questions that you should ask them. It will also come up with the title and description right after that. So you can basically delegate all of this. But here's the thing. The question I want to pose is this: why are you even doing it? Like, seriously, ask yourself, why am I even doing it? Like, yes, this was when I posted it on social media. What's taking your time in podcasting? It's the research, it's the prep, topic planning, finding the guest, all that, right? I get it. And now people are like, well, you can just automate that completely, delegate it completely to AI. You don't have to do any of it anymore. You can just show up and read through your script and you're done. And again, my question once again is, why are we even doing it? Like, seriously, what is the point, right? Are you just pumping out content? Here's what I've learned is when you do that, your content can only be mediocre. And that's me being kind. It's probably just straight up bad. It just seems like what everyone else does. Let's think of some of your favorite podcasts, some of my favorite podcasts, like the top podcasts in the world even, that really stand out. Do you think that they're doing that? Just for real, be real with yourself here, right? Do you think they're doing that? We all know they don't. They're not having anything script their questions. They're not being like, AI, what should my next topic be? Give me my next guest. Give me the questions. Give me the title and description. I'll just hit record now and be like, hello, Alex. So glad you're here. When did you get started in business? Like, no, the podcasts that stand out that you and I like to listen to don't do that. And again, I'm kind of going back and forth on this, but why? Like, right? Just stop podcasting if you don't love it. Some elements of podcasting need to take time if you're going to actually do good work. I think someone needs to hear that. So I'm going to repeat it again. Some elements of podcasting need to take time if you're actually going to do good work, meaning your content's going to be good, especially good enough for somebody to listen to and ultimately want to share with somebody else. You've got to be willing to put in the work where others are not willing to. Now, with that said, this whole idea of research, prep, getting like ready for interviewing a guest, topic planning, like, yes, it's time consuming. There are some things that we can do. And I wrote a few things down here after I was reading the results of me asking this question on social media. And I wrote them down. The things that can be automated and streamlined, to mention a few of them, is email. Listen, and I'll just say it. If you're exchanging even a single email in the process, you're doing it wrong. That's time consuming. It's inefficient. So I will say that, like, the administrative side of things, like emailing back and forth, asking for pictures, asking for bio, asking for links, asking for all the administrative stuff, that is what should be streamlined and automated. What you don't want to streamline and automate is thinking, what is the next good episode that I can do for my listeners? And now thinking about, okay, this is the person I think would make a good guest. I found the right person. And now I want to really get inside my listener's mind to think, what would they want drawn out of this? What would make this a really great episode? Your listeners don't care or get affected by how many emails you exchange, how many times you had to ask for a good picture, right? A bio, a link, all that stuff. And in my mind, once again, if you're exchanging a single email, you're doing it wrong. Like, there's a better way to do it. If you're having to play calendar battleship where you're asking for times that they're available and nope, yep, okay, we found one, right? Like that back and forth, if you're doing that, you're doing it wrong. And this is the element of getting ready that we should automate. We should delegate it completely to things like AI and other tools that exist. And I will show you something that I use to do this. I'll share my screen in just a moment here. But at the end of the day, you want to save your time and your hours on the front end with all the administrative stuff, right? That's what I'm trying to repeat here, is we want to get all that done. So that way we can just focus on actually getting to know our guests before they come on. So we can really understand the topic well. So we show up very prepared. And the rest of the stuff, let it handle itself. Now I'm going to show you my own service here. So I'm going to share my screen real quick. And this is what I actually do. So first off, every guest on PodMatch has a profile. So I'm able to see this person's profile. I just mentioned I don't have to do any of the emailing back and forth. Administration details. If there's green checks on all this, it means me and them are good. We align on every single thing that matters to me as a podcast host and to them as a guest. 0 questions for them. I just saved an hour of my time. Congratulations, right? And then I can read all about them. I can grab their photos. All their links are available. The way they like to be introduced are here. Ideas for topic, main focus they can cover. Questions they're ready to answer. Their ideal call to action. And some other episodes they've been on where I can just go listen to them and hear how they do. And then they've even got some reviews from past hosts, which is always makes me feel good, right? Now, there is an element of AI here, show match alignment. I can actually see where AI says we'd align. Now, what makes this not one-dimensional is I have all of my listenership data and information, who I'm looking for, everything is in PodMatch, and this individual, how they show up, Richard, how they show up is all listed there. So this is extremely tailored to just me, but it's just some direction. It's not telling me exactly what to do. And now I'm going to also share my screen again. One other thing, inside of PodMatch, again, scheduling, there's nothing that has to be done by me, the host. I'm not going to go into all these things now, but everything is already automated. So I never have to exchange an email. I never have to send them a calendar link. I never have to send them a release form. Any details, it's all automatically given to them just by me saying, yes, I want you on as a guest. But one thing I'm going to show you here is interview analysis. This gives me some context, some theme for the episode overall. This gives me some example questions that I can ask. I'm never going to ask these exact questions. It's just give me some direction, right? And then takeaways for the listeners. And those are 3 big things, right? What's the context, the theme? What could the questions be potentially? And what's the takeaway for listeners? This helps me do my research. Notice how short it is. There's not a whole lot there. And that's intentional. And I'll stop sharing my screen now. That, once again, is intentional because it's not saying, hey, you don't have to do anything. It's saying, no, you do, but here's the direction to do it in. So again, first and foremost, get all of the administrative stuff handled, right? You shouldn't be doing that at all. It's not part of true prep work. Prep work is actually figuring out the things that you're going to talk about, the direction that's going to benefit your listeners. And then if you use a tool like PodMatch, it shows you, hey, this is a serious guest because they're listed there and they gave me the direction they can talk about. And now it's up for me to decide, is that direction right for my listeners? And that's what you're looking for. In closing here, I want to share this. Just because you can automate something doesn't mean that you should. Just because you can automate something does not mean that you should. In the case of getting ready for a conversation that you're going to have on your podcast with a guest, or even if it's solo, if it's just you by yourself, you cannot automate that, delegate that, remove it from your plate, and just be a content engine. We might as well replace you at that point, right? This is what makes your podcast special. This is what makes listeners want to tune in. So again, just because you can automate something doesn't mean you should. And if you're a good podcaster and you want to become a great podcaster, you have to be willing to put in the work. You have to put in the work that other people are not willing to put in. Just because you're good at AI doesn't mean you're good at podcasting, right? So you have to be willing to put that type of thing aside and say, you know what, I'm going to get into the hard work. I'm going to get my mind wrapped around this so I can show up really well for my listeners. When you do this, you're going to get the results that no one else is able to get because you're actually putting in the work. So again, this was one of the most time-consuming parts of podcasting. I get it, but it's something that's important. Automate the whole administrative side. Get really focused with your energy, your time on the side that's actually creating something that's going to be great for your listeners. And I believe you're going to become a really great podcaster as a result. So I hope this was really helpful for you today. Thanks for tuning in.